Well, hello there, YouTube. How are you guys? There's a guy out there that has like 1 million followers, and he's like, hello, YouTube. Maybe I would have a better channel if I wasn't in the videos, right? Maybe that's it. Okay, anyway, I want to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful. Good, bad, ugly, and beautiful of being a Honda Goldwing owner in 2024. And my fiasco, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beauty of dealing with Goldstrike and Ciro 3D. And what I went through, what you can avoid to go through, how they treated me, and the end result. So stay tuned to the Idiot Goldwinger. This is an amazing story. It's going to make your day. Well, the story starts off like this. I ended up test driving this thing, okay? And once you test drive one of these, you're hooked. So had I not even test drive the Honda and I stuck to the old faithful Harley Davidson, not only would I have more chicks and more friends and be accepted more, I think it would have been... No, it wouldn't have been the better choice. You know what? Being a Honda Goldwing owner, I'm so proud. I absolutely love this bike. Lights that was just installed by Ciro. Goldstrike. There's a little button right here. If I push the button, it kind of changes. You know what? Let me take this off. You don't need to see that blinking light. I just figured I would kind of show off my lights a little bit. And as I push this button, it will go into different type of... There's also a little knob here. I wonder what that knob does. Looks like it's speeding it up. Okay. Okay, then I could slow it down. Okay, then what happens when I push the button again? Okay. It's going to cycle through some colors. Is that brightness or is that... No, I guess it'll just stay solid. Okay, well, you know what? We'll play with that later, but that's the shock and awe. Now, as you guys may or may not know, I ended up starting off putting on these saddlebag lights, okay? Now, if you notice, there's two saddlebag lights, a rear and a front. Well, if you do buy the rear, make sure you follow the video for the rear. Don't do what I did and follow the video for the front. And... go through that nightmare. But anyway, got a side trunk light. This more shock and awe lights. Shock and awe lights. This is the engine light. This is the... if I put the blinker on... Where's my blinker? These will blink with the blinker. This side blinks. Now, when you do this, you do need to get... In fact... I'm going to give one away. You need the 48010 under the seat, that distribution harness, and I'm going to give one away. I have a brand new one, and Ciro says I can give it away. So I'm going to give it away. Well, I got this nice, look at this cool flag, huh? Be proud to be an American or what? And I'm proud to be an... I'll save you that. I only get paid to sing. Idiot, because I laid this thing down after the first week of ownership because of the mirror issue. And in fact, I can show you that now that the wheels are so high up in the air and I can freely move. So if you have this mirror in, you hear that? Watch, so you can see my brake lights go on. Look at that. I mean, that is like... the ultimate fail, right? So it starts right there, and look how much farther you can go. And the problem is it literally locks into that knurl. Now, why am I saying Honda? It's no longer a design flaw. I get it now. After speaking to the few powerhouse dealers and some insiders at Honda that maybe I'm starting to break through a little bit, I got it now why you don't restrict it. Now, guys, if you know, when you put your kickstand down, what happens? If you're in gear, it automatically either shuts the bike off or it won't allow you to put it in gear, right? And I thought, well, why can't you just parallel this sensor with the mirror? And I get it. And the reason why they don't is it's designed so that the mirrors fold in when you're in a tight location. And because this has walk mode, that's the only reason. Had this bike not have walking mode, it would have done so. But because you can walk the bike and have reverse on the bike, and the mirrors are often folded in. So if you're like me and you go to Sturgis and the Black Hills Harley Davidson, where there are 100,000 motorcycles and you're the only Goldwing, and you have to have a warranty from Ciro because of a product that failed, which we'll get into in a minute. So here I am, got my mirrors tucked in. And this is after I've already been tagged the idiot, where I've laid it down in my garage on my Ring camera in my driveway. So here the Ciro guy says, hey, bring it in, we're gonna take care of you. So I go out to the bike, and now it's like, wow, a sea of bikes. I find my Goldwing, my mirrors are folded in, I start it up, and I proceed to turn away, and I almost go down again. But I didn't, because I wasn't going fast enough. So it is something that's probably happened to most all of you. If it hasn't, you're lucky. Now I get it, and that's why on page 3 of the booklet, owner's manual, it says, do not drive with the mirrors folded in. It will obstruct the handlebar operation. I get it. And there's another reason why I'm glad they had not changed the location, because when I went to Sturgis and we went through Dells, Wisconsin, we hit a pretty bad storm, okay? It wasn't a tornado we ran into. It was like a hailstorm, and I'm on Route 90 coming through Dells, Wisconsin to go into Minnesota, and I realized how my hands were perfectly protected by the mirrors. So Honda, I take it back, guys. It is not a design flaw. I was always wondering, why would a company like Honda allow that to happen? You know, they always said that because I don't have a Harley, I don't get the chicks, but look at this chick that I got. Anyway, let's talk about the Ciro situation, what happened with my Ciro light. So I buy my Goldwing and I absolutely love it. I joke around, I find out, I understand, it's just we're a different demographic. There's very few people buying these big street bikes. That's why there's not a lot of us out there. So anyway, some of the few people who license or accessorize the Honda Goldwing is Gold Strike 3D, Ciro 3D, hence all the lights that you see behind me. Well, I ended up going on Amazon and I purchased the trunk light, the trunk luggage rack, the trunk light, the side trunk lights, no, not the side, the back light and the filler light, and I put them on. Well, went to Sturgis, and coming from Devil's Tower, Wyoming, it was very hot, and the speed limit is pretty high, and I was dragging one of these lights for miles. And went to the Sturgis tent where they were at Black Hills Harley Davidson. I met a gentleman named Radar, and Radar said, you know what, just bring it in. And that's where I almost laid it down again because I had the mirrors folded in. And they replaced them both. Now, driving back home, I'm on the Ohio Turnpike, and another one fell off. Another brand new one that they had installed had fallen off. And so I wasn't too happy. So I kind of went online, I just grabbed my phone, I was like, yo, what's going on here? And they weren't real happy with me for posting a video that way. But I'm an honest guy. I mean, I don't have to answer to, I mean, you know, I've earned the right and I don't have to worry about being woke or answering. I can be an honest person, and I hope you can see that through my content. Well, the next day, the other one fell off, okay? So I put tape on, I had some Gorilla tape. I taped it back on. The next day I wake up from the hotel room and the other side was off, hanging on the ground. Now that one hadn't been dragged, that just fell off. So here I'm like, what is going on? So I go to Ocean City Bike Week this past weekend, and I find the Gold Strike booth, as you guys might have seen in that video. So Here's Radar. Now, Radar wasn't really welcoming to me. I was like, hey, Radar, don't you remember me, the idiot Goldwing? Yeah, I know you. I know you. You bashed us. I said, listen, I just given an honest review. He goes, well, the damage is already done. I said, listen, this is your time to make up for that. For my 4 and 5 YouTube followers, they're going to want to know how you handle this type of diversity, this type of problem, this type of complaint, this type of equipment failure. What do you do as a company? How much pull, how much power do you have? Right? Well, Radar said to me, you know what? Bring your bike in and I'll take care of it. I said, okay. I said, but you know what? I'm going to want more swag. You know, the wife wants a cup holder. The wife wants the flag, right? The wife liked these lights right here. So I was like, hey, Radar, you know what? While you're fixing that, why don't you give me every light you got? Give me every single light that you have, and I'll make a video about it, and we'll make some sort of updated review. Well, I couldn't be happier, guys. I couldn't be happier. The more looks that I got from this bike, being the only Goldwinger riding around at dusk at nighttime amongst the hundreds of thousands of Harley Davidsons that all look exactly the like. And that's the one thing with the Harleys. Nobody's Harley stands out other than the extreme custom ones, the extreme exceptional ones, like Bryant's that I saw at the Gold Strike booth. He had an exceptional looking Harley Davidson. And but other than his bike, when you see all the Harleys, there's not like, wow, look at that bike, look at that bike. Now, this bike is, you know, in the 30,000s, right? $30,000, whatever. So you can pretty much buy whatever bike you want. Well, I can tell you, nobody laughed at this. Nobody made fun of me at this. And there was a lot of people who are considering switching to the Goldwing, because they know how far you can go on this motorcycle. Now, I have, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have 6,708 miles on this bike, and I bought this bike in May, I think May 21st. Yeah, so June, July, August, we're coming into September. So I guess almost 4 months I've had the bike, and you can see I love it, absolutely love it. I've put so many miles on it. I cannot speak highly enough of this seat. This upgraded seat is unbelievable. The seat was about $1,000, okay? It was worth every single penny. That was the best thing I bought for the bike. The next best thing I bought for the bike were these upper wind deflectors. I'm always saying, I can't tell you. Because I'm also an electrician, guys, so on TikTok, I talk about electricians and EV charging, etc. But on YouTube, I'm switching over to the motorcycle content where you 4 or 5 people give me comments, and it makes me feel good that you know you're watching. So I've used these so many times. I'm going to say maybe 40 to 50 times a day I'm folding these things in or out, all right? Now, I like cigars, so I will have occasional cigar while I'm driving, so I'll raise my windshield up. Now, this windshield is also an additional upgrade, and it was not that expensive. I believe it was $210 for that upgrade. And now I'm talking all Honda stuff here now. I'm not talking the Gold Strike stuff. The Gold Strike items are the foot pegs, the highway pegs, the passenger highway peg, the passenger floorboard, the additional floorboards here, right? The cup holders are all Gold Strike, the flag, the lights. But the Honda OEM stuff is the seat, the windshield, the upper and lower air deflectors. Now, if you get the lower deflectors, I have to say I like them. Now, I'm not sure how good or what I'm saving or gaining with these, but I will say that when it does get cold, I am able to kind of hug into the bike, and it seems to be really keeping the air away from me. But these guys are immensely helpful. Now, not only can you almost completely block the air, I mean, your shirt will be going like this to like nothing with these upper, but now if you're hot, you can actually fold these in and they actually push the air into you. which is amazing. And then don't forget this guy here, right? This wind deflector that'll help push wind out in the heat because, you know, we were driving in 100-degree weather and it gets hot. But I will say that these are not easy to install. These are kind of like you just figure them out. They come and there's no instructions. They come with these little blind nuts and these little rubber grommets, and you just have to kind of drill your own holes and put them in. Now, but I do like them. So pretty much everything I have on here, I use. You can see how my wheel is up. Now, I am using a lift. I got this lift. It was from Vivor. It was about $70. And the trouble I had with this was the bike is so low to the ground, I couldn't stick it in with the wheels on it. This actually comes with a base, so you could push the bike around. But because the bike is so low, I had to take the wheels off and just lay it flat on the ground. Now, in doing that, I'm able to raise and lower the middle stand, right? So the wife and I were going to be going out. I turned the lights off in the garage. It's daytime. We're going to go picking up our full cover. But I will say that the half cover is also an incredible purchase. They make a half cover. It's called a rain cover. It's so easy to put on. One guy, you put it on, you throw it out right over the front fairing, and it's only half a cover. And it has these nice, easy nylon stretchable straps that you can just strap right around the foot peg. One towards the back, one towards the front. It has never came off. Now, one thing I really like about that is not only does it keep the sun off, but in the morning, all the moisture, the dew, there's none on your bike. And if it hails, it has enough of a pressure, enough of a stretch that the hail doesn't hit your bike. The hail, literally the bike, the cover actually is suspended over top of the whole bike. So if you do get into one of these summer hailstorms, don't fear. So I'm on my way to Scott's Parasports in Quakertown, Pennsylvania, where I bought this bike, and I had ordered the full-size cover. It's time to go there and pick it up and pay for it. So, conclusion, Gold Strike. Thank you. Radar love. Thank you so much, dude. You helped me out. He did take care of me. I paid for everything that I had. He did help me in some things, but it wasn't like for gratis. It was, look, I want a warranty. I want you to stand behind your product, and they do. And that's super nice, man. So I'm proud to support. I want to partner up with Gold Strike, guys. If you want someone handsome and in great shape to support you, I mean, what other Goldwinger can be is... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and the final thing is, ladies, there's one or two of you out there that just constantly keep poking me. Look, ladies, I am married. I don't wear my ring sometimes because I'm an electrician, and we don't allow jewelry on when you're working. So, but ladies, I know this appearance is just so overwhelming. Wait a minute. Maybe you're referring to the bike. You know, that's why I got no followers. That's why no one subscribes to me. I get it now. See you later.